If anybody was going to make it, it was going to be Daddy.
I tell people it's the night he died. He had this vicious cycle of pneumonia.
When I retired from the Air Force, I was already dealing with COPD.
They take him to the emergency room and they tell us he coded when we took him from here to here, and we had to put him on a ventilator.
We were told that was the only option, was to move him from Rocky Mount to Alexandria, Virginia. We were all already en route back to North Carolina, so we have to leave him in the emergency room.
Well, I had this one doctor come in. He was a specialist in antibiotics. So by day 10, he has found the antibiotic. He has beat the pneumonia. He says, you ain't got pneumonia no more. Well, I'm still on a respirator. I can barely talk.
We get a phone call from him himself. And what, how are you talking?
Yeah, and so-and-so wants to talk to you. She starts talking about, oh, we have this place called Inova Specialty Hospital we would like to move him to. We have this great record of getting people off the respirator in 19 to 21 days.
Every day you could see him getting better and better and better.
He had a trach in at the time, but he was actually one of the patients that was able to talk over it.
We started from day 0, day 1, saying, what are your goals? What are your family's goals?
And within 7 days of him coming here, he was walking.
I think a big motivator for him was his great-granddaughter.
That little 2-year-old that we always called our little peanut.
His goal was to get stronger, go home, and be able to spend more time with her.
We did walking in the hallway, we practiced the stairs.
And each time that he walked, he was allowed to walk just a little bit further. So he was always constantly progressing.
Every time that they would make an effort or take this step to move toward what the goal was, which was getting off the respirator and getting out of here, I would be encouraged a little bit more.
Final goal would be to decannulate him or to remove the tracheostomy tube, and that went well.
And we're so grateful that they trusted us with his care, and to get him all the way over the finish line to go home was huge.
They did kind of like a procession line, and everybody clapped and cheered. And then when we got home, we were greeted as we were coming into the county by the volunteers of our fire department that we work for. They escorted us from the county line all the way home.
I think that's the next thing he wants to do is drive his fire truck again.
At this point, he's actually in better shape now than he was prior to the day he coded.
He looks wonderful. When he left, he was very thin. You know, he really looks great today.
Don't give up on yourself. If you need the help, ask for it, but you got to do it.
140 days were spent in other facilities. Inova has been that light at the end of the tunnel. What they did for him in 19 days is more than anybody had done for the 140 days prior to.